And you know, sweetheart, as we begin this beautiful journey together, I want to remind you of something so simple, so gentle, so powerful that it can soften your entire life. You are safe. You are more safe than your mind realizes, more safe than your fear believes, more safe than your past has taught you to expect. And I want you to breathe that in with me for a moment, slowly, softly, lovingly, because everything we will explore together rests on this foundation. When you feel safe inside yourself, your whole being relaxes. Your shoulders lower, your breath deepens, your belly softens, your mind quiets. Safety is the soil where peace grows, where joy blooms, where healing becomes possible. I am safe. Life loves me. This is not just an affirmation. It is the truth you were born with. The same power that keeps your heart beating and your lungs breathing is the power that keeps you supported, protected, held. Life is always holding you, even when you forget. You are alive right now because something greater than your fear is taking care of you without you having to earn it, prove it, or control it. This deep safety is your birthright. And the more you remember it, the more your body relaxes, your mind unwinds, your spirit expands. Relaxation is not something you do. Relaxation is something that happens when you return to the truth. I am safe. I am held. I am supported. So many people walk through life bracing themselves for the next disappointment, the next problem, the next thing to fix. They live in a constant state of readiness for danger, even when danger isn't there. And I want you to hear this softly. You don't have to live that way anymore. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to let your guard down. You are allowed to trust that life is on your side. There is a perfect rhythm to the universe, a rhythm wiser than your stress, kinder than your fears, and more intelligent than your attempts to control everything. Look around. The sun rises without your permission. The moon cycles without your effort. The seasons change because life is always moving in harmony. Nothing in this universe is random. Everything is unfolding with purpose. And I know, my love, that sometimes it's hard to see the perfection when you are tired or scared or overwhelmed. But the perfection is there whether you see it or not. Every delay has meaning. Every chapter has timing. Every detour holds a gift. When you trust this perfect order, stress dissolves on its own, because stress is just the illusion that you must do everything alone. Relaxation happens naturally when you stop battling the flow of life. You see, so much suffering comes from resistance, resistance to what is happening, resistance to what has happened, resistance to what might happen. But resistance only tightens you. Trust softens you. Resistance drains your life force. Trust returns your energy. Resistance says, I must control everything. Trust says, I allow life to support me. And darling, life wants to support you. Life is always trying to help you, guide you, move you forward. But when you're tense, when you're afraid, when you're trying to hold everything together by sheer force, your energy becomes rigid and nothing can flow. You cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot hear guidance with a noisy mind. You cannot relax when you're trying to control every detail of existence. And that is why I want you to remember, control is the illusion that keeps you tired. Flow is the truth that sets you free. So many people think that if they don't control everything, something bad will happen. But the truth is reversed. When you try to control everything, you block the natural good that is already coming. You create tension in your body, pressure in your mind, and fear in your heart. Life becomes heavy because you are trying to carry what was never meant to be carried. You see, forcing is the energy of fear. Flowing is the energy of trust. Forcing says, I don't believe life will take care of me. Flowing says, I know life is always taking care of me. And I want you to hear me clearly. You are not here to force your way through life. You are here to let life love you, guide you, and open the doors meant for you. When you soften into trust, something magical happens. You relax without effort. You breathe without fear. You move without pressure. When I let life flow through me, everything becomes easier. This is not philosophy. This is spiritual physics. When you relax, your nervous system resets. Your intuition wakes up. Your energy becomes magnetic. Life begins to work with you instead of against your tension. And suddenly, what once felt heavy becomes light. What once felt confusing becomes clear. What once felt delayed begins unfolding. Sometimes the only thing standing between you and peace is the belief that you must be in control. But control is just the mind trying to protect you. It's a misunderstanding of safety. Real safety comes from connection, from knowing you are supported by something greater than your worries. And when you connect to that deeper truth, you begin to breathe differently, think differently, move differently. You begin to understand that relaxation is not laziness. Relaxation is alignment. Alignment with truth, alignment with trust, alignment with life itself. And the more aligned you become, the more you realize that your greatest power is not in controlling, but in allowing. Allowing life to unfold, allowing guidance to come, allowing yourself to be carried, allowing the universe to show you that you are not alone and never have been. And as we move forward, I want to take you even deeper into this shift, the shift from force to flow, from fear to trust, from tension to safety, because what we explore next will help you understand why your mind feels the need to control and how to gently release that pressure so you can finally rest inside the arms of the life that has always been holding you. My love, let me ask you something gently. What if relaxation is not something weak people do, but something wise souls remember? What if the very thing you've been taught to see as giving up is actually the most powerful doorway back to yourself? You see, so many of us believe that tension proves strength, that tight shoulders prove responsibility, that a clenched jaw proves commitment, and that a restless mind proves we are trying hard enough. But that has never been the truth. Relaxation is not falling behind. Relaxation is falling back into alignment. Relaxation is not abandoning your life. Relaxation is letting life return to its natural flow through you. Relaxing is coming home to the peace that has always been your original state. When you relax, you don't lose control, you regain clarity. When you relax, you don't become vulnerable, you become aligned with your real power. When you relax, you don't collapse, you expand into the vibration that allows everything good to reach you. This is what I want you to understand with all your heart. Relaxation is a spiritual skill, not a weakness. It is the wisdom of the soul saying, I do not need to fight life. I can move with life. And because everything in this universe vibrates, relaxation instantly raises your vibration. A relaxed body vibrates higher. A relaxed mind receives more clearly. A relaxed heart opens to guidance. The universe speaks through peace, never through panic. So when you release tension, you are not slowing down your manifestations, you are accelerating them. When you soften, you are not giving up your dreams, you are allowing the path to open. When you breathe, you are not wasting time, you are letting time work for you instead of against you. And I want you to feel into this. Happiness is not the reward after everything is perfect. Happiness arrives the moment you stop forcing yourself to be perfect. Happiness is not at the top of the mountain, it is in the breath you take right now, when you finally let yourself unclench and just be. The body was not designed to live in a grip of fear. The soul was not meant to operate under pressure. Your heart was not created to beat under attack. But fear tricks you into believing that tension equals control, tension equals productivity, tension equals safety. And yet the opposite is true. Fear tightens the body, tightens the breath, tightens the mind. When you feel fear, your whole being contracts, the chest closes, the stomach hardens, the jaw locks, and the heart begins to pull back. This is the fear-tension cycle, and if you don't gently interrupt it, it becomes your unconscious way of living. Fear creates tension. Tension makes you feel unsafe, and feeling unsafe makes you more afraid. The result? You live in a loop of contraction, but peace works the same way. Peace creates relaxation. Relaxation opens your energy. Open energy connects you to intuition. Intuition guides you back to trust. When you relax, your body opens, your mind softens, your heart expands, and the moment the heart expands, love begins to flow again. You can feel it, can't you? Even now, as you allow your breath to slow just a little, something inside you loosens, something inside you remembers, something inside you whispers, I breathe in peace, I exhale fear. This is the beginning of breaking the fear-tension cycle, not by force, not by pushing, but by awareness, by softness, by giving yourself permission to return to the truth. You cannot be tense and trusting at the same time. You must choose one. And when you choose trust, tension dissolves in the warmth of your willingness. My dear, your body knows how to relax. It has always known. Relaxation is your original programming. Tension is the learned pattern. And because relaxation is a skill, you can strengthen it every day. That is why I created a simple 5-minute relaxation method, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you how close peace really is. Peace is never far. Peace is always one breath away. So let us walk through it together, not as a technique, but as a homecoming. In the first minute, you breathe with intention, not mechanically, but lovingly. You breathe as if your breath is a message to every cell. You inhale and silently affirm, I am safe. You exhale and whisper within yourself, I let go. This breath begins to retrain the nervous system, telling it that there is no danger here. Not in this moment, not in this breath. The next minute, you allow your body to soften. Imagine the muscles melting like warm wax. Imagine the tension unhooking itself from your shoulders, your neck, your stomach. Say softly, my body knows how to relax because it does. It always has. You are not teaching your body to relax. You are remembering. In the third minute, you let your thoughts pass like clouds. You don't chase them. You don't resist them. You don't judge them. You simply let them float. Some clouds are dark. Some are bright. Some are confusing. Some are old. But all are passing. And as you watch them, you remember, I am not my thoughts. You are the sky, not the clouds. In the fourth minute, you affirm your safety as truth, not wishful thinking. You remind your subconscious, life loves me. You remind your heart, everything is working out for my highest good. You remind your energy, I don't have to fight, I can allow. And by the time you reach the fifth minute, you let yourself receive protection, not create it, not imagine you must build it from fear, but receive it as the natural state you were born into. Picture a golden light surrounding you, warm, strong, loving. Picture this light as a blanket of divine care, wrapping itself around you in every direction. Feel the reassurance that rises from this image, the deep knowing that you are watched over, kept safe, guided gently, and soften into the words, I am safe, I am protected, all is well. This is not a ritual of fantasy. This is energetic reality. The body listens to imagery. The mind responds to direction. The soul expands in affirmation. And you become more yourself, the self beneath the tension, the self beneath the fear, the self beneath the old patterns. And the more you practice this, the more natural relaxation becomes. Not a momentary escape, but a way of living. Not a reaction to stress, but a foundation beneath your entire day. Not a technique, but a truth. And as you step into this truth more and more, something in your life begins to shift softly, slowly, beautifully. Opportunities feel smoother, conversations feel lighter, decisions feel clearer. You start to feel guided instead of pressured, supported instead of alone. And from this place, you are ready to explore the next layer, the deeper spiritual principle that reveals why relaxation is not just a calming tool, but a doorway into the life you truly desire. And now, my love, let me continue from that place of deep softness we created together, because the truth flows naturally into what I'm about to say next. There comes a moment in every healing journey when you must decide whether you will keep forcing life to happen or whether you will allow life to open in front of you. This is the core spiritual lesson. This is the place where everything begins to change. Forcing always comes from fear. Allowing always comes from trust. And I want you to hear those words not as ideas, but as vibrations. Forcing is fear. Allowing is trust. When you force, your whole being contracts. When you trust, your whole being expands. When you force, your breath shortens, your shoulders tighten, your chest closes. When you trust, your breath deepens, your energy softens, your heart opens. When you force life to move faster, harder, better, you are telling the universe, I don't believe you will take care of me unless I push. And the universe responds to your vibration, not your words, but your vibration, and it sends you more reasons to struggle, more situations that require pushing, more obstacles that force you into exhaustion. But when you allow, when you breathe and soften and say silently within yourself, I trust life, I trust life, I trust life, something miraculous happens. The universe opens, doors open, energy opens, possibilities open, and your path becomes smoother, not because life suddenly changed, but because you changed the frequency in which you were living. My dear, life does not resist you. Life only mirrors you. When you resist, life reflects resistance. When you push, life reflects pressure. When you trust, life reflects ease. And this is why I always tell people, you are not fighting the world. You are fighting your own fear. And when fear softens, life softens with it. When trust expands, life expands with it. This is not philosophy. This is the law of energy. The more you tighten, the more life tightens around you. The more you trust, the more life opens toward you. So inhale deeply with me for just a moment, even here, even now. Feel your chest open. Feel the belly soften. Feel the mind loosen its grip and silently affirm, I choose allowing, not forcing. My love, this choice is the beginning of a completely new way of living. But to truly understand why you sometimes force, why you sometimes push, why you sometimes grip so tightly, we must go deeper into the tender world inside you, the place where your fear was first formed, the place where your nervous system learned to contract long before you could speak or understand language. Inside every adult, no matter how strong, no matter how successful, no matter how wise, there is a small child, a frightened inner child who still carries the memories of times when love felt uncertain, when safety felt fragile, when protection was not guaranteed. And that child learned to survive by tightening, by pleasing, by overthinking, by controlling, by scanning for danger. That child learned to contract because contraction felt safer than vulnerability. And even now, as an adult, when you feel overwhelmed or anxious or pressured, it is not the adult you who is afraid. It is the inner child who learned long ago that life is unpredictable. This is why so many people force. They are living from fear, not from trust, from childhood wounds, not from adult wisdom. And the moment you recognize this, your whole relationship with yourself changes. Suddenly you realize you are not weak, you are wounded. You realize you are not broken, you are protecting yourself. You realize you are not failing, you are frightened. And in that moment of recognition, something softens inside you. Something melts. Something opens. Because now you can speak to that inner child. You can comfort that inner child. You can hold that inner child. You can say the words you always needed to hear. I am here now. I will protect you. You are safe with me. Say those words again, slowly, tenderly, as if speaking to a little child trembling in the corner of your heart. I am here. I will protect you. You are safe with me. Feel how the body responds. Feel how the breath deepens. Feel how the tension in the stomach eases. Feel how the shoulders drop. Feel how the nervous system settles. This is the healing power of inner safety. When the inner child feels safe, the adult stops forcing. When the inner child feels protected, the body stops defending. When the inner child feels loved, the mind stops overthinking. Safety dissolves anxiety like sunlight dissolves darkness. And this is why so much of healing is not about pushing yourself harder, but about embracing yourself gently. You are not here to discipline your inner child. You are here to liberate them. You are not here to judge your inner child. You are here to love them into peace. You are not here to silence your inner child. You are here to listen, to soothe, to reassure. And the moment the inner child receives that reassurance, something extraordinary happens. Your entire being begins to relax, not because the world changed, but because your inner world finally feels held. This is the secret. When the inner child feels safe, the adult becomes free. Free from living in reaction, free from old defenses, free from the tightness that once felt necessary, free from the need to force anything. Because now trust becomes possible, softness becomes possible, allowing becomes possible, and a new life begins, a life that unfolds naturally, gently, lovingly. My love, let us continue gently, because what comes next is one of the most important truths I ever discovered in my lifetime. Your mind and your body are always speaking to each other, always listening to each other, always responding to each other. The body is not a machine. The body is not separate from your emotions. The body is not living independently of your thoughts. The body is a garden of consciousness, blooming or contracting based on the feelings you allow yourself to feel. And this is why I always say, when the body relaxes, the body heals. Healing is not something you force. Healing is something you allow. Healing does not happen in tension. Healing happens in safety. The moment your body believes that you are safe, your entire biology shifts. Your digestion begins to soften because the body is no longer preparing for danger. Your sleep begins to deepen because the mind is no longer scanning the night for threats. Your stress hormones begin to drop because your nervous system finally understands, I am not under attack. And your immune system grows stronger because your energy is no longer being spent on protection, it is being spent on restoration. The body cannot open and defend at the same time. The body cannot heal and brace at the same time. The body cannot flourish and fear at the same time. This is why the belief, I am safe, is far more powerful than people realize. You are not simply comforting yourself emotionally. You are changing your chemistry. You are shifting your hormones. You are reprogramming your nervous system. You are rewiring your subconscious mind. You are sending a signal to every cell. You may relax now. The danger is gone. And my darling, when cells relax, they repair. When the breath deepens, life deepens. When the body softens, the heart reopens. This is the mind-body healing connection, the foundation underneath everything I teach. This is why stress creates illness, not because stress is bad, but because stress signals to the body we are not safe, and the body believes you. This is why peace creates healing, not because peace is magical, but because peace signals to the body, you may flourish now. And the body believes you. The body is always believing you. The question is, what are you telling it every day? Are you telling it, life is hard, nothing works out, I'm not safe, there's not enough, something bad is coming? Or are you telling it, I am safe, life loves me, everything is working out for my highest good, I trust the rhythm of life, all is well? One message creates contraction. One message creates expansion. One message creates illness. One message creates healing. And you, my love, you are the messenger. This is why returning to peace is not a luxury. It is not a soft wish. It is not a spiritual decoration. Peace is medicine. Peace is the gateway to clarity. Peace is the foundation for intuition. Peace is the vibration that replaces survival with alignment. And this brings us gracefully toward the next truth. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the presence of trust. Peace is not found when every circumstance becomes perfect. Peace is found when you stop needing every circumstance to be perfect. Peace is the frequency you hold inside you, not the situation around you. And when you live in the frequency of peace, something extraordinary begins to happen. Not outside of you, but within you. You become lighter. You become clearer. You become more magnetic. You become more intuitive. You become more patient. You become more receptive. You become more open. You become more yourself. People often believe that joy is the highest vibration. But the truth is that peace is what makes all the other beautiful vibrations possible. Peace is what realigns you. Peace is what stabilizes you. Peace is what supports you. Peace is what lifts you. Peace is what makes you glow. Peace is what makes you trustworthy to yourself. Peace is what makes you a safe home for your own heart. When you say, I am safe, you step into the most attractive vibration in the universe, because safety opens the heart. And when the heart opens, life responds. People treat you differently. Opportunities meet you more easily. Decisions become clearer. Timing becomes smoother. Synchronicities appear like gentle gifts on your path. You stop rushing. You stop gripping. You stop defending. You stop arguing with what is. And you begin to move at the speed of trust. You begin to live in the frequency of peace. And from that frequency, life becomes easier, not because life changed, but because you changed your relationship with life. You no longer meet every moment with suspicion. You meet it with softness. You no longer brace against the future. You breathe into it. You no longer fight the flow. You join it. And when you live this way, you discover something that I have whispered for many years. Peace is not passive. Peace is powerful. Peace is not quiet. Peace is commanding. Peace is not fragile. Peace is foundational. Peace is not the end of the journey. Peace is the place from which all beautiful journeys begin. And as you let this truth settle into your body, as you feel your shoulders soften and your breath become more spacious, I want you to gently imagine what your life could become if peace were your home frequency, not something you visit briefly, not something you chase occasionally, but something you truly live in. Who would you be if you trusted that life was on your side? How would you move if you knew every step was supported? How would you speak if your words came from calm rather than fear? How would you love if you felt protected? How would you breathe if you believed deeply, fully, completely that you are safe? My darling, peace is not something you earn. Peace is something you allow. Peace is your natural state, waiting beneath the layers of stress, waiting beneath the old beliefs, waiting beneath the habits of fear. And as you let yourself live in this gentle frequency, as you embrace the truth that relaxation heals and trust transforms, you prepare the ground for the next understanding, the one that will take you even deeper into alignment, even deeper into ease, even deeper into the loving rhythm of life that has always been guiding you. My darling, before we part for now, I want to wrap you in a gentle blessing, the kind that settles into your heart and stays with you long after the words end, because you deserve to feel loved, protected, supported, and held by life itself. I want you to know that you are safe, you are guided, you are watched over, not just in moments of ease, but in every breath, every decision, every quiet step you take when no one is watching. Life is not against you. It is shaping you, strengthening you, softening you, preparing you. You are never alone. You are always accompanied by a love that never runs out, a light that never dims, a wisdom that never abandons you. So as you move forward from this moment, may every cell of your body relax into peace. May every thought soften into trust. May every choice arise from clarity and self-love. May your path be lit with ease. May your heart be filled with courage. May your mind rest in stillness. May your soul remember its perfection. And when old fear visits, may you gently whisper, "I am safe now." When doubt touches your shoulders, may you breathe and say, "Life loves me." When the world feels heavy, may you return to the truth that has always carried you. All is well, and all will continue to be well. I see your beauty. I honor your journey. I bless your next steps. And I hold the vision of you walking with grace, trusting your path, and allowing life to unfold in perfect timing. Go with peace, my dear one. Go with love, and know you are always, always supported.